Let's all raise a glass to my big sister, Lauren. Her voice rang through the ballroom, crystal clear over the clink of champagne flutes and polished silverware. Every eye turned toward me. Table 12, the singles table, buried near the exit sign behind a potted ficus. My face froze in a smile so tight it hurt. She's 38, still single, Claire continued, laughing. But hey, at least she made it tonight, right? A roar of laughter. Not from everyone. Some people offered pitying smiles. A few winced. I just stared down at the condensation sliding down my untouched flute of sparkling cider. No ring. No date. No acknowledgement. Just a well-dressed punchline. I'd paid for that champagne. For the flowers draping the arch. For the damn cake, which cost more than my last car payment. And yet I sat alone. Not even listed on the program. Claire had always known how to make a moment hers. Born for years after me, she was the golden one, the beautiful one, the one who took. I was the responsible one, the fixer, the shadow in every photo. Tonight, she dressed her cruelty in lace and charm, and everyone clapped. Across from me, a cousin I barely remembered mouthed, "Sorry." I nodded, swallowing the heat crawling up my neck. Then came the shift. The man beside me, a tall, clean-cut man with sultan pepper hair and a calm authority, set down his glass and stood up. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. "Actually," he said, "since my name hasn't been mentioned yet, I should introduce myself." The room fell quiet. Forks froze midair. Claire's expression morphed from triumphant to confused. "My name is James Mitchell," he said, eyes steady. "I'm the governor of New York and Lauren's date." The silence was volcanic. Every person in that room turned toward me again, but this time, not with pity. With a. Claire dropped her mic with a loud thud that echoed through the reception hall. James extended his hand to me. I took it, rising slowly, like someone climbing out of a grave. My heart pounded in my ears. He didn't smile. He didn't perform. He simply stood there beside me, anchoring me in place, making me visible in a way I hadn't felt in years. Claire stammered something into the mic, fumbling with her champagne glass. I looked up at her and said clearly, "Claire, enjoy the reception. You're welcome." Then I walked out of that room with the governor, and the sound of my own heels on marble was louder than any applause. I wasn't always invisible, but I was always useful. Growing up, I was the first to fold laundry, the one who reminded Mom about bills, the one who helped Dad figure out his tax returns. I got labeled mature early, and that label stuck like a second skin. Claire, on the other hand, lit every room she walked into. She was chaos wrapped in glitter. Teachers excused her lateness. Friends orbited her like she had gravity. I envied her freedom and protected it like a bodyguard. When she turned 18 and wanted to go to fashion school, our parents laughed, said it wasn't practical. So I took out a personal loan behind their backs and sent her the first year's tuition. She never found out. When she got evicted at 23, I paid her back rent, quietly, again. No thanks. When her influencer career began to sputter, I helped her edit brand deals, retouched her photos, boosted her engagement. She posted bikini shots on beaches I paid for, and captions like, "Self-made." Manifested this. I didn't mind, at first. I told myself love is action, not applause. That real support didn't need credit. But over time, that silence hollowed me out. I remember one birthday, hers, of course, where I threw a surprise rooftop party, catered, decorated, even arranged fireworks. Someone asked who planned it. Claire said, "Oh, it just came together." I stood there holding the catering invoice, like an idiot. The tipping point wasn't dramatic. It came in whispers. Her calling me to intense, "Lauren's great. She just doesn't get this world." Or worse, she's kinda sad. I mean, 38 and no boyfriend? She works too much. All said behind my back, but loud enough to find me. I never confronted her. I just started taking notes, literal ones. Every dollar, every favor, every instance where I erased myself so she could shine. There were dozens, a pattern I couldn't unsee. And when she called me 2 weeks before the wedding and said, "Hey, not to be mean, but maybe don't bring a date. You know, optics," I said nothing. Then she said the word pathetic. That one stuck. I hung up and stared at the wall for a long time. The next day, I made a phone call. Governor James Mitchell wasn't my boyfriend. He wasn't even someone I knew well, but we had met twice at a nonprofit board I'd quietly funded. He respected me. He owed me a favor, and more importantly, he knew how to make a point. I explained the situation, told him exactly what I needed. He agreed within 30 seconds. "I'd be honored," he said. "Let's make it count." I sent Claire a text that night. "Never mind about the +1. I'll be bringing someone after all." She didn't reply, and I didn't need her to. Claire's rage came in waves. The morning after the wedding, my phone blew up with texts. Caps lock! Exclamation points. Voice messages I didn't play. At first it was disbelief. "You blindsided me. That was my moment. You embarrassed me in front of everyone." Then it turned nasty. "You've always been jealous. You think you're better than me. You'll die alone, and nobody will remember you." I sat at my kitchen table in my robe, sipping coffee as the tirade poured in. The sky outside was soft and gray, peaceful. I hadn't felt that in years. Later that day, our parents showed up unannounced. Mom started before the door even shut. "Was that really necessary? You couldn't let your sister have one day." "She had every day," I said calmly. "She just didn't know it." Dad chimed in. "She's hurting, Lauren. She feels betrayed." I handed him a folder. Inside was every receipt, every Venmo, every email showing me funding parts of the wedding. $56,200. I didn't raise my voice. I just watched as the weight of that number sank in. "She didn't plan this wedding," I said. "She directed it like a Broadway show with my bank account and my silence. And she thanked me by calling me pathetic." Mom blinked. "She didn't mean it. She never does." That's the problem. They left a few minutes later. No hugs. Just a quiet, awkward shuffle to the door. I didn't stop them. Claire called again that night. I didn't answer. Then she tried a different tactic. She posted a photo on Instagram, a glowing, overly filtered picture of the two of us from childhood, captioned, "Sisters fight, but love always wins." The comments poured in. "She's lucky to have you. Hope you to make up soon. Family over pride." That's when I knew. She wasn't sorry. She was spinning the narrative. Again, I opened our text thread, scrolled all the way to the top, and hit block. Then I did the same on Instagram, email, Facebook. I deleted the folder with the wedding plans, donated the leftover gifts, canceled the remaining invoices, and I lit a candle, not for peace, for presents. I stood in my apartment, barefoot, holding that small flame and whispering something I hadn't said in years. I mattered. No more paying to be ignored. No more shrinking to fit inside other people's comfort zones. No more applause from the shadows. Let Claire have the spotlight. I'll take the peace.